Watch your back. Vamos volando. Wow. Wow, wow.
Make sure there's nothing, clogging him up and that he's all good, airway. We're probably just going to draw blood just for safety. He probably doesn't need it. But the horse is doing fantastic. And more than likely by 10, I'd say 10 or 11 o'clock this morning, I should be able to chat with the ownership and we'll make a decision today. I've already kind of arranged the logistics of it all. We just need to hammer it out with a couple of small details and then go from there. Yeah, I'm pretty confident, pretty optimistic.
What all did he do out there that I couldn't see?
This is a regular gallop.
Okay, he didn't.
We're not changing any routine we do with any other horse anytime. And this is what he would have done whether it was maiden race or stakes race.
A mile
and a half. Yeah. He won't breeze going into the Preakness if everything goes. You don't need to breeze. You just ran, So we'll just bring him back off gallops. But he's doing fine.
So
as long as he scopes good and Dr. Frazee just check his airway. Like I said, the last time I ran him back in 2 weeks, it just didn't go well.
How much does the 2-week thing help by? Last time he was going from 5.5 to a mile. This time he's cutting back.
Yeah. Cutting back to a mile and 3/16.
Well, it's at least you're not extending.
Yeah, but that distance might actually be better for him, because we know that at that distance he was a couple lengths in front. But remains to be seen.
You said you made arrangements. Have you made shipping arrangements?
I have my own trucks. My own drivers. My own people. So we don't need to book a truck.
You know what? For the Maryland Jockey Club, do you know what day you think you would ship?
Either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. But same thing, I want to see Dr. Frazee's going to hang a scope in him, and he's supposed to be here in a few minutes. And I suspect as long as he's clean, and we'll probably just do a full blood work just to make sure he's hydrated, and you don't want to take him up there dehydrated, anything like that. But I think we could make the call today. You could push it to Monday and then ship Tuesday if you wanted. But my preference is that as long as he scopes good and his blood works good, then we'll make arrangements and get him up there.
So training-wise, you'd say he's going. Obviously, we're waiting for everything else, but based on
Yeah.
the way he's training,
Yeah. I mean, these are just deep dive details. This is what we do in a lot of races. I mean, for those out there that don't follow horse racing, this is typical. You don't want to run a horse that's got any trace of mucus. If he's got trace of mucus, then you can treat that a couple days out with something simple, a little iodine or sodium iodine, things like that. And then, and if you had to, antibiotics, but you wouldn't want to run on antibiotics going into a race of this magnitude. And then checking blood work is something we do all the time. It's normal. If a horse is dehydrated, or if they've got their electrolytes or their enzymes are out of balance, then you get that information. There was no sense in drawing it too early, so you're trying to nail the timing and then get that information and then make a decision. Isn't this fun? No.
Okay, you speak
Have
to
you-
having Robbie on.
decision, or I guess has it at all?
No, not whatsoever. I think stress is self-inflicted, really. The hardest part is keeping up with all my texts and emails. I mean, so look. My mother taught me when I was young. You know, son, return phone calls. It's the polite thing to do. I mean, if any of you have ever reached out to me, I'll get back with you, right? But when you got so many, sometimes it gets a little bit like, okay, we need to catch up on this. I've actually asked my office staff to help me with some of it, especially my emails. There's hundreds of emails. I don't even know how to begin to sit down and do all that. The text, you know, fortunately you can do a little copy and paste on that every now and then, but it's about being polite, and you've got a job to do, so try to help you all. But yeah, more than anything, just trying to compartmentalize. I shut everything down at 5 o'clock every day, you know, and then I can spend the evening with my wife and daughter and whatever.
Okay, assuming you do go, you know, a lot of comparisons between Mystik and Noof. You mentioned the Arkansas Derby and the outside post maybe wasn't to his advantage. Would you say you had him 100% for that race as well, Mystik Dan?
We hadn't run in 7 weeks, so yeah, we were spaced pretty good. But he was ready for the Arkansas Derby. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. But he did get turned sideways in that turn, and Brian felt like that cost him 3 or 4 lengths. But the horse fought back, fortunately. But you know, if everything goes good in the next couple hours, then, you know, I'm optimistic. Maybe we can give him another run.